Hello, my friends. This is Jen. We are doing some yoga this morning, which I am super looking forward to just because I feel like I've done a lot of strength stuff in the last few days. It's so funny. 2 days ago, I did our cardio starburst 4 in a row, and I feel very sore from that. And, the roads have been bad, so I've been like at home the whole thing. My fingers are not good, so I'm not like inspired to go to the climbing gym. So it's been good, just like switching things up. But I am very sore, so I'm very much looking forward to some yoga this morning. So you do not need any props, by the way. I am definitely a firm believer that less is more. But if you would like to have just like a book handy or anything else, if you do happen to have a block handy, just in case you need it, go ahead and grab that. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay. So let's start with this left leg crossed in front of right, and just relax your arms down, super chill stance, hands on your lap or down by your sides, and take a moment just to close down your eyes. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Empty out your lungs. Take a full deep inhale, lengthen tall, breathe deep. On your exhale, stay tall, relax your face, relax your neck, your shoulders down away from your ears. We'll do that again. Full deep inhale, lengthen. Long, slow exhale. Start to gently tuck your chin in toward your chest. And on your next inhale, let your head slowly roll over to your left shoulder. And then tuck your chin back toward your chest. Continue your roll until your head goes over your right shoulder. And then again, bring your chin back toward your chest. So like a little half moon here. We'll do that one more time. Head over to your left shoulder. Feel that stretch, side of your neck. And then chin back toward your chest. One more time. Head over to your right shoulder. Chin back toward your chest. Good. Your next inhale, lift your chin up. Keeping your left leg crossed in front of right, let's just start to walk our hands in front of us. So find a really long spine here. And as you come forward, this is our very first little hip opener. Think about lengthening out through the crown of your head. So especially if you feel like you're able to hinge quite deeply, it's easy to go like this, especially as we're looking into the screen. See if you can lengthen out through your neck, crown of your head, and then just hinge from there. Feel just as heavy sitting your bottom down as you hinge forward. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen, open your chest. Exhale, hinge a little bit deeper. Allow your neck to follow suit. 1 more breath. Inhale, your hands might be in front, they might be behind. Exhale, hinge a little bit deeper. Good. And then gently walk yourself back up, lean back, switch out your legs, and then relax your hands back onto your lap. Close down your eyes once again. Empty out your lungs. Take a full deep inhale. Breathe deep, lengthen tall. And again, as you exhale, feel your shoulders drop down away from your ears. It's so easy for these shoulders to spike up. 1 more time, full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Gently tuck your chin in toward your chest. This time again, let your head roll over to your left shoulder. This time, continue that circle all the way back. So you allow your head to gently, gently fall back toward the back of your space. Stay tall, stay lifted. Head over to your right shoulder. And chin back toward your chest. We'll do that again. Inhale, let your head roll over to your right shoulder this time. So just one nice little head circle the other direction. Let your head gently roll back. Take your time, especially if you're just waking up. This might feel slightly uncomfortable. I'll admit I have an unfair advantage on Wednesday mornings. Head over to your left shoulder because I've taught one earlier class, chin toward your chest. So take your time. Good. Next, inhale, lift your chin up, open your eyes, and we'll just allow our hands to walk forward again. Just this gentle hip opener. As you fold forward, notice any changes in your spine. Stay just as long through your front body as your back body as you hinge. Good. Take your time here. Remember, hands can be back behind. Relax your shoulders, draw them back away from your ears. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, lengthen, open your chest. Exhale, hinge a little bit deeper, forward fold. Give yourself space. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Good. Your next inhale, let's walk ourselves up. And then without using your hands, you just lift yourself up onto your knees, separate your feet, and find yourself just in a kneeling position. Really good. Let's continue on then. From here, let your right foot step out to the right. So you have a nice open position. And then from here, start to send your right arm inside of your right leg. Lower your right fingers down to the floor, maybe your palm to the floor. And then take your left arm, circle it all the way back, and then out to a side body stretch, hold. Now this is a pretty decent side body stretch. I feel all of the things already, but let's see if we can open up just a little bit deeper. So on your inhale, flip your left palm up toward the ceiling and then push as if you're gonna push the back wall behind you. Pinky finger out. And then just about when your hand meets about your hip level, bring it all the way back up. Palm facing up. So circle it out, return to your side body stretch. Open your chest. We'll do that one more time. So left palm, push it up and out. Squeeze your left shoulder blade. And then once your hand just meets about hip height, flip your palm up, rotate your left shoulder back, and then return back into your side body stretch. Good. One more breath. Go. Lift up on your right hand side. Exhale. Rotate. Get your right rib cage inside of your right thigh. Beautiful. And then from this place, keep your long spine as you gently fold so your left hand is also now inside of your right foot. Both hands are inside of your right foot. This is a little awkward stance because our left foot is out back behind us, but we'll try maintain this awkward position. And we'll do a couple of cat-cows. Remember, if you don't like your palms, you can always be on your fingertips. Gives you a little bit more space. Here we go. On your inhale, open your chest, draw your shoulders back, and exhale, we go round. I love this position. It's a little awkward for sure. Inhale, open your chest, lift your chin up, but it gives us a really nice hip opener. Exhale, go round. Twice more now. Inhale, go open your chest. Remember, you don't have to stay still. If you like a little bit of movement forward, back, totally take it. Exhale, go round. One more time. Inhale, go open your chest. Nice. And exhale, go round. Good. From here, find neutral spine and then pick up your right heel. So this bottom heel, let's pick it up. And then feel again, this already offers us a bit more of that hip opening feeling. And then lower your right heel down. Do it again. Lift your right heel up. Notice any changes in your spine. Keep that long spine and gently lower your right heel down. So again, twice more. Lift your right heel up. Now your right knee is like closer to your armpit. Lower your right heel down. Your final round, right heel up. From this place, you'll keep your right heel up. Take your right hand, I'm gonna scoot over, and see if you might be able to scoop your right shoulder underneath. So your right hand goes to the outside of your foot, right? So your right knee above your right shoulder, and you're in this place, right? So it's like a little backpack. From this place, maybe we continue forward, take your right hand to your right kind of calf area and scoot it even more so your right shoulder starts to crawl underneath this right leg, right? Maybe a little bit more. And then take that as many additional times as you'd like to continue to draw this leg just gently over your right shoulder. Yes. From this place, lower your right heel down. You're maybe a little bit crunched into the floor. Maintain your long spine. All right, tuck your back toes in, your left toes in, and see if you might be able to lift your back knee off of the floor. You're sort of in a warrior one stance. So hips are pretty up high, back leg is long, back toes, top left corner. From here, we might do that again. Take your right hand, push against your right calf, and encourage more of your shoulder to crawl underneath. We'll hang out right here. Maybe you want to experiment with your stance in your feet. I like my hips up a little bit higher to start, but you might want it a little bit lower. You decide. Hold right here. For 4, this is all a huge hip opener, good compression for 3. For 2. For 1. You can stay here, or if you have some part of your shoulder underneath your leg, you might take your right arm around and meet kind of your right butt cheek. Okay? And then maybe you take your left hand around your back. Maybe you meet your fingers together. From this place, gently launch so your left foot comes closer to your right foot. Shift your body weight into your left foot. Start to pick up your right knee. Lift up tall through your chest. Lengthen out through your spine. So you have your fingers reaching behind you, touching each other for a good little hook, little bind. Lift up tall, hike your right knee up closer to your armpit. One more breath, lift, and gently bend your base leg. Gently step your right foot back down to the floor. And listen, from here, we'll let go of this bind back behind and bring this right hand down. Sit yourself down. As you do, allow this right leg to stay the same and allow this left leg to drop down toward the floor. So your left knee drops down, your right knee is still close to your armpit. Take your right arm inside of your right leg, just like you did it earlier, right? Slightly different leg situation. But we'll take this right arm around and again, see if you might be able to touch just about your right butt cheek. And then see again if you can take your left arm around and maybe match your fingers together. Your right knee super hooked up high into your armpit. Lift up tall on your inhale. On your exhale, go twist. Draw your left shoulder back. If this grip of your fingers is pretty accessible to you, I want you to take your right fingers and see if you can crawl them up toward your left wrist. Right? Take your time in doing it, no forcing, of course. We'll take one more breath. Inhale, lift up, really find some length down your right side body. And exhale, go twist. Nice work. From here, let's gently let go of these hands, untwist. And we'll send this left leg out long. Again, keep this right knee in close with your right armpit. From here, just a little bit of work. We've built this strong compression here. Hinge forward, so you can just get your bottom to lift up off of the floor. And then gently lower it down. Maybe you need to make some adjustments. I need to make some adjustments out farther to the right, to the left. Hinge forward again. See if you might be able to pick your bottom up off of the floor. For me, this stance was much better, finding some balance, and then gently lower down. So much work. This right side hip flexor doing some stuff for you. 2 more times. You hinge forward, so you can just pick your bottom up off of the floor a little bit. Yes, and gently lower it down. 1 more time. Hinge, go, lift. Hold right here. Hold for 4. Trust your strong legs for 3. Trust your solid, strong core for 2. For 1. Gently lower yourself down. From this place, cross at your ankles, hinge forward. Lift up onto your knees, and then return to that kneeling position from way back when. All right, we'll switch it out. So let's take this left foot out to the left, right? And then from this place, your right foot is just behind your right knee. It's gonna be this nice little open sensation we're creating. Slide your left arm down inside of your left leg. Either your left fingers or your left palm touches the floor. Your armpit right away goes just inside of your knee crease. All right. From here, to open up, let's move into a side body stretch. So draw this right shoulder back, right? Your palm facing up, and really sweep your arm as far back as possible before you eventually land in your side body stretch. Good. From this place, take your right palm and push it out. So push out back behind you, up toward the ceiling, and then farther back, like your pinky finger's gonna touch the back wall. Just when your hand goes to about hip level, bring it back. So right palm faces up. And restore your side body stretch. Wow, I don't know if it was all that chest stuff we did yesterday, but this feels so good. One more time, go push your right palm out, and then really open up your chest as you draw your arm back. Once your hand reaches just about hip height, you return. Restore yourself back into your side body stretch. Now, because our left side is pretty crunchy, right, deliberately so, we want to find some lift. So on your next inhale, lift up on your left side body a little bit more, and exhale. See if you might be able to get more of your left rib cage inside of your left leg as you open up through your chest. Now, keeping a strong core, solid spine, go ahead and take this right palm and bring it down toward the floor, also inside of your left foot. It's easy for our spines to round here, so you can maintain some length. And again, feels a little bit awkward, but we're gonna play with this. Little awkward, it's okay. All right, from this place, your left heel, hey Veronica, go lift your left heel up, maintain length, and lower your left heel down. We have 3 more times of this. Lift your left heel up, so you'll see your knee goes up into your armpit. Lower your left heel down. Maintain your long spine. Twice more here. Left heel goes up. We need to do some cat-cows as well. And lower your left heel down. 1 more time. Lift your left heel up. And hold it there briefly here. We need to do some cat-cows first. So gently lower your heel down for a brief moment. If you don't like your hands on the floor, you prefer fingertips, totally do that to give yourself some space. Here we go. Inhale, go open your chest, draw your shoulders back. And exhale, go round. Hollow out through your chest, round through your stomach. I'm gonna scoot over to find a different perspective for you to see. Inhale, go. Open your chest, lengthen out through your spine. And exhale, go round. It's so funny when we're doing the cat this position of our legs. Inhale, go open your chest. It actually looks kind of pretty. Exhale, go round. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? I love the 90-90. One more time. Inhale, go open your chest. And exhale, go around. All right. Let's restore that neutral spine and pick up this front heel once again. You'll take your left hand, sort of like a C shape, and push against your left calf. I might change my positioning one more time. Okay, so we're just encouraging our left shoulder kind of make its way underneath. All right, and your spine at this moment wants to round aggressively. And even though we're trying to get this shoulder underneath, best you can, think of that forward fold that we've been practicing and find that fold to get your shoulder underneath a little bit more. Way easier said than done. So totally don't worry, we're just practicing, it's no big deal. By the way, that C shape that I was mentioning, if this doesn't suit you and you have another way you'd like to just nudge your leg out of the way to get your shoulder underneath, do it. Totally do it for yourself. All right. So we'll switch up our arm positioning here. Once you've done a little bit of this shoulder nudge, maybe you take your left hand on the outside of your left foot. For me, I've lost a lot of that already, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. Lower your left foot down, tuck your back toes in, and then lift your back knee up. We're going to like that warrior one position a little bit, right? So you lift your hips up, right? Try and maintain that long spine and think of this as a fold of your hips as opposed to this humongous rounding of your spine, right? And if it helps you to pick up your heel from here, do it. Drop your back heel down, and then you can do some more encouraging, right? Whether you like your front heel up or down is your choice. All right. Let's hang out here wherever your maximum is. Hips are up high. Spine is relatively long. Hang out for 4. Find that compression already for 3. Go for 2. For 1. So we start to pick up this left hand, right? And then see if you might be able to touch just about your left butt cheek area. And then from here, pick up your right hand, wrap it around your waist, and maybe your hands meet. All right, from this place, by the way, if it's difficult to get this bind, it's no big deal, right? You can do it without. If you find that it's because your shoulder is not quite close to your knee crease, you can do a couple of things about that, continue to encourage, or maybe again, experiment with the distance between your feet. I think that'll make a big difference. All right, launch off your back leg and see if you might be able to bring this right foot closer to your left foot. Once you decide, you transfer your body weight into your right foot and pick up your left knee. Really hike it up. You've worked that compression, so trust yourself as you stand up tall. Good. Lift up, chest up, knee up. 1 breath, lift. And gently, gently lower yourself down. So you'll step these left toes back down to the floor. And listen, from here, we're gonna try to keep this bind or maybe let go for just a brief moment as you sit yourself down to the floor. You'll let this right knee just drop out to this side. So gently, gently sit down, allow your right knee to drop. And again, work this compression. Best you can, your left butt cheek is dropped down. If you need a little assist like me, I almost need a little bit of this, or actually I can just move my left foot out more. And get your armpit inside. Scoot your bottom in close. Wrap your left arm around. Kind of close to your left butt cheek. Right hand wrap around as well. Okay, you have that tight compression, and then maybe it's only then that you drop your left butt cheek down. I feel like sometimes my bottom likes to lift up in all of those like setups, and then once I'm set up, then my butt's like, okay, we'll sit down then. So anyway, you have this really nice compression. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, lift up out of your left hand side, and then exhale, let's see, we go twist. And again, if you have the access to do so, we're never forcing ourselves, but just in case you do have the access, This side, you'll grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. All right, and sometimes if it's confusing to remember which hand you're grabbing or which wrist you're grabbing, just think of you want to grab a hold of the wrist that you want to pull back. So in this instance, because your right shoulder wants to cave forward quite a bit and you are trying to encourage it to open, you'd want to hold your left hand to your right wrist so you can gently pull back, just in case that helps in remembering, thinking about it from like a more like just a functional perspective. Okay, so let's take one more breath. Lift up on your left hand side and exhale. Twist, twist, twist. Good. Let's gently untwist. And from this place, let's send this left leg a little bit out to the left and we'll straighten out this right leg. All right. From here, find a good place for yourself. Right foot flexed, right toes facing up. You hinge. See if you can get your butt to lift up off of the floor. Just a little bit, right? We're working this hinge. We're working our strong core and gently return. Good, we have 3 more times here. Hinge, right? Really find your forward fold. My butt's not even lifted yet, but it's the hinge that helps me shift my body weight, lifting my butt up off of the floor. Yes? And then gently lower down. Make any adjustments that you need to make along the way. 2 more times. Go hinge, go lift. Yes. And gently release. 1 more time. Go hinge and lift. We'll hang out here. Open your chest, long spine for 4, for 3, for 2. Gently lower yourself down. Cross at your ankles once again. This time though, we'll bring hands to the floor and open up your knees out to the right, to the left. So this is, of course, our wonderful frog pose. Check before you go down a ton that your knee is in line with your hip is in line with your knee, and your heels are not too close in with each other. You have 90-90 in both legs. From this place, start to walk yourself down to your forearms. And then maybe from here, initially when I came down to my forearms, I wasn't quite at my widest point. So maybe that's you as well. You might be able to afford to go a little bit out to the right, to the left, a little bit deeper. Now, these adjustments are super minimal, right? Small, subtle adjustments. So, know that and be okay with that. Like, it's totally different from our like larger stretches, I feel, where you might see, or movements in general, where you might see like inches of difference from start to finish. This might be like a millimeter, a centimeter, right? So we'll hang out here for a full minute. Every step of the way, as you take your breath, every exhale, just see if you can start to soften, right? Oftentimes in this kind of more aggressive position, it's easy to get defensive in our bodies. We're not defensive. Our bodies just feel a little bit scared to let go almost. And so it's trying to fight for you. Mentally really tell your body, hey, we're in a safe situation. We're just trying to open up our hips here, and try with every exhale to gently soften. And this means your knees start to push out just a little bit more. You start to feel that what makes contact with the floor is not the hard part of your knee, but closer to the fleshier part of your knee. If you feel in your spine right now you're quite rounded, or you feel any sort of weirdness, do some adjusting in your arms. It might be the case that you need a little bit more support. It might be the case that you want to melt farther into the floor, right? Whatever it is, do what makes sense to your body, even if that is something that is different than what you previously did in this same posture. We'll be here for just 2 more breaths. And I kid you not, this one is a very slow process, very tortoise-like process, so slow. However, in just this amount of time that we've been practicing together, right? Not just for today, but throughout the course of almost this whole year we've been doing this virtual. I think this has been something that I've seen improvement on for myself, right? And I don't do a ton more like extra, right? Sometimes I'll take classes for sure, but I don't do a ton more like dedicated hip mobility, flexibility type of stuff. So trust that, just little bit practice and breath by breath. It does get better a little bit at a time. It just is not as noticeable. One more breath in through your nose. And exhale out. All right, your next inhale. Very careful. You just push yourself up onto your elbows if you weren't there. And if you were on your elbows, you push yourself onto your hands. Transfer your body weight into your hands so that you can start to bring your knees in a bit closer. Ooh. And then once you're in tabletop, just to do a little bit of reverse of all of that, let's do a couple of hip swings side to side. This is not a proper posture by any means, so it's another instance of do what you need to do. What feels good is perfect. You might do this sometimes in your cat-cow when there's an option to freestyle. So this is something that feels pretty nice. If you want to go a little bit larger and let your hips sink back down toward your opposite heel, that might find you might find some comfort in that as well. All right, wherever you are, let's play for 4, for 3, and we'll meet together in kneeling position for 2, for 1. So find yourself in kneeling position and just relax your hands on your lap. We're nice and square now. Take a moment to close down your eyes. Take a moment to feel your shoulders relax again, down away from your ears. Take a full deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale again, relax your face, relax your shoulders. Once again, full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Good. Your next inhale, open your eyes. So good this morning. I feel very inclined to do hips and lower body stuff, especially here in Chicago. At least it is so wintry and still very messy outside. So if you're venturing out, be careful out there. Trust your good range of motion that you've now cultivated through the last several months. So trust it. Always engage your core and you will be a-okay. But still stay safe. Drink all the waters and wear your good solid boots. And I will see you tomorrow for some cardio things. 15 minutes. It'll be quick. We'll get it done. Great job. So nice to see you. Be safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow maybe. All right. Have a good day, my friends.